Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Out of the Park Baseball 25 here for the 2031 to 2032 offseason here with your Detroit Tigers. We have just come off of our fourth straight world title. It's our fourth straight world title, winning in 7 over the Minnesota Twins. And real quick, I'm going to edit something in here. Okay, so we are going to trade for center fielder, just outfielder in general Zion Rose. We are trading away. Yes, here's Zion Rose. We're trading away catcher Sean Armstrong, a couple draft picks, and some bonus pool money. Yes, we have acquired and already sent out an extension to Zion Rose. I will. I'll show you guys the extension once it actually comes through. But yes, Zion Rose, our first round draft pick in 2026, who we traded for Michael King. We traded him away for top prospect Sean Armstrong, who was a late round pick. Yeah, he's quite impressive. He was very good. He was a very good bat in the minors, and a really impressive defensive catcher. But we already have Bennett, and with our boy Carter leaving the team, we really don't have any choice here. We kind of have to let him go. I think I might have accidentally, I think I may have forgotten to re-edit the lineup, but, so yeah, there we go. Where to next? Salary arb. So we've already sent out contract extensions to all these guys. I think I sent a deal to Pasquantino. We're not bringing back Diaz. We're not bringing back Arias or Paredes. But we gave a qualifying offer to Carter because he's really the only player who I feel comfortable giving one to. Diaz and Pasquantino won't sign it, and I given that I want to bring Pasquantino back as a bench bat, and I'm pretty sure I'm only giving him like $1 million. Let's follow that up by just checking out the front office. We have about $20 million for this offseason. The budget didn't really change at all. There's a trade. Yeah, the budget was actually dropped, weirdly enough. Let's move on to the dev lab. So with the dev lab, I'm trying to improve Barnett's control again, trying to further improve Burns' control, working on Scott's pitch movement. Williamson, we're trying to work on his plate discipline. Bennett, we're trying to get him to make more contact. Polino, we're trying to improve his control. Same with Samari. Ricky Hughes needs control work because despite the fact that he's a quite solid pitcher, that control's horrible. Also, why was he playing shortstop in the minor leagues? And then we have pitch movement and pitch control. So we're focusing really heavy on pitchers this offseason. Like Williamson and Bennett are basically the only two hitters that are in the dev lab this year. Like so far, not much else has really happened. So I think we're just gonna move to the. Well, I gotta wait to set this up till later, but. As of now, we're just going to move up to the award ceremonies. Okay, so the Gold Glove Award winners are out. Tommy Roberts, Colt Keith, Shawnawell Bennett are all Gold Glove Award winners for us this year. There's for the National League if you're interested. Zion Rose re-signed at what is it? About $14 million per year, according to the game. Now I can actually show you the details of the contract. So it's technically through the 2043 season, though the final year under team control that doesn't include opt-out team options is 2036, and it never rises to more than $18 million, which is good. Um, this is a very good deal. And given that we're trying to replace um, that he's a replacement for Carter, very good sign. Also, something to note. Um, I personally believe that he has that he could improve his eye and his discipline and his BABIP. Um, it is weird though that despite I think that he's quite good. I think he's going to explode in this fucking system like a lot of players have, given how good the coaching is, and given how much money tends to get put into player development. Um, but yes, when it came to reliever of the year, we actually didn't have a guy up here. It was Josh Ford of the New York Mets, who was fantastic. Johan Duran got it for the National League. Silver Sluggers. Damn, did we get 0 Silver Sluggers this year? I guess we did. No Silver Sluggers for this team. With the National League, you can see the Silver Sluggers. Josh Gibson of the Portland Beavers got it. 9 WAR season. Oh god, he fucking went off this year. Good for him. AL Rookie of the Year was Coy James. Somehow Tommy Roberts was like 4th on this list. It is 9 o'clock at night, by the way. But yes, Coy James, Rookie of the Year. Tommy Roberts 4th. NL Rookie of the Year is a man named Royuglio Cordonez. Unsurprisingly, Weber's Manager of the Year again. In the National League, it's Mike Daly of the Twins. Job wins his 3rd career Cy Young Award. That's basically assuring his place in Cooperstown at this point. Look at this shit. 30 WAR. He's easily gonna clear 200 wins at this rate. And in the National League, J.J. Mussina fucking beat the hell out of the field again. And MVP is Judge. Unsurprisingly, he was fucking insane. And in the NL, Mussina wins comfortably. Interesting awards this year. Not particularly surprising. Okay, I'm surprised we didn't get a single Silver Slugger. I would have thought that we would have at least gotten one, but I guess not. Also, did any of our other pitchers get down ballot? Yeah, Scott got some MVP votes. Yamamoto got some Cy Young votes. Scott got Cy Young votes. Yamamoto got Cy Young votes. None of our other pitchers did, though. It's just typical having 3 of our starters near the top of Cy Young. Toronto's Mike Riordan was the only one also in there. Wonder if he's related to Rick. Yeah, I don't really think that matters. We're going to sim up to free agency, and we'll see what happens there. Okay, free agency has begun. Honestly, this doesn't seem to be a particularly great class. There's Yognaga Ro from Taiwan. But overall, in terms of good players, it doesn't appear to be a whole lot this year. McClanahan's in free agency, but he ripped his fucking shoulder out, so that's not. They have a couple of Taiwanese pitchers, but one of them's a reliever. Crochet's on the market, and I love myself some Garrett Crochet, especially in this save where he's a borderline Hall of Famer. But yeah, I'm not really that into the idea of signing a 32-year-old fragile starting pitcher. Yeah, not really a ton in free agency this year. I don't really think I want to spend anything in free agency this year. We've already made our splash move and bringing Williamson in. or Rose. We're bringing in Williamson to actually play in the major leagues this year, unlike last year where he just kind of showed up for the playoffs. Connor Bennett, like the lineup's pretty much set for next year. So I don't really see the need to spend anything. Like, maybe I'll spend a bit on the bullpen. Like, yeah, the bullpen is looking a little bit weak. What is that? What is the fucking Taiwanese guy want? 12 million? What if I give you, like... He's 31, and I don't want to give a fucking reliever a long-term contract. Tanner Scott's a lefty, right? Yeah, we'll throw a 1-year deal at Tanner Scott for, like, $6 million. Would he be interested in that? But that's really the only reliever I'm looking at. Well, I'll see you in a few months. I'll look at the trade market and see if there's anything like I can't pass up. But this is going to be a fairly uneventful off season, given I'm really only filling a single hole. But yeah, we'll see what happens to guys like. Yeah, I'll let you guys know what happens to guys like Carter, and that's about it, really. Okay, let me guess. The Yankees are going to give you, like, all of the money over a Okay, Evan Carter news. Evan Carter is on his way to the Montreal Expos. What kind of contract is this? 7 years for about $35 million. He was offering, God, how much money? I think he was offering, like, he was pretty hard set on 7 years. Or actually, he wanted 8 years. I was able to negotiate him down to 7. But I wanted to keep the salary to about 22 and a half, where he was pretty dead set on he wanted at least 26 to sign an extension, which just wasn't going to happen. Especially with the current money state of the team, we needed we needed to sign him, or we needed to let him go. He was very good for us. He's a 3-time world champion. Actually, this doesn't include his 2023 World Championship with the Rangers. Huh. Well, he definitely got one. So he's a 4-time world champion now, a 3-time world champion with us. 2029 World Series MVP. Yeah, he had a single All-Star season with us. Very good player. A bit upset that it ended on his worst season, but, you know. Oh well. Good luck in Montreal. You're gonna need it, buddy. God damn it! Actually, I just realized this is the second time that one of our corner outfielders that we've acquired via trade has dipped to Montreal. Oh well. Yeah, we're gonna move on now. We'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so I actually almost forgot to mention this. I re-signed Chase Burns, but not just to a 1-year deal. It was actually to a multi-year, 7-year deal through his age 35 season. Though it's really only through his age 33 season. $34.5 million for the lights out stopper. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, he's impressed me these last few years. The FIP says that he's not as good, but he's always been like really good at preventing runs. I could be setting myself up for another AJ Smith Shulver situation, but like he's not bad. He is really good, and the contract's cheap. It is very similar to Shulver because Shulver Shulver's was cheaper. But having an elite reliever signed for barely anything is nice. I hope Shulver bounces back because last year was deeply concerning, but we'll see what happens. So we are projected to go 99 and 63. The best record in the American League Metro. It would be another division title for us if this comes to pass. The Yankees, Blue Jays, Expos, Phillies, they're all expected to be decent. I'm kind of surprised the Phillies are expected to be decent, considering they just traded me one of their best players. Now, Sean Armstrong ain't exactly a slouch, and the game expects him to be very, very good, which, given that he's a fucking... he's a less extreme version of Connor Bennett. So, I don't know. He might outperform Connor Bennett, though I don't think he's going to outperform Armstrong. Or not Armstrong, Zion. The Pirates, Mets, and Red Sox are all expected to be quite poor. But the Blue Jays are expected to be good for the first time in years, which is kind of interesting. And given that they're expected to be good and the Expos, this could be a quite interesting battle for the playoffs. In the South, the Expos are not the Expos, the former Expos, the Nationals are expected to win, with the Marlins and Rangers being good teams. Best player in the league is expected to be Aaron Judge again, though Zion Rose and Riley Green are both expected to be good players. Job, Scott, Yamamoto's not on here, but I'm not too scared about that. The Twins are expected to be the best team in the Midwest again, with the Rockies in second. The White Sox the White Sox are supposed to be over 500, and then there's the rest of the division with the Guardians and Cardinals expected to be awful, and the Beavers are expected to actually be the best team in baseball this year, with the Dodgers and Mariners both in their division, and the Padres and Diamondbacks expected to be outside playoff teams. And the Sound are supposed to be a shit team again, watching on as their fucking expansion mate is supposed to go to the playoffs for the third time in 4 seasons. We'll take a look at what we did over here. Barnett, no improvement. Barnett had an outstanding improvement to his control. Burns, nothing. Bennett, no improvement. Williamson did get an improvement to his eye. Scott got a minor improvement to his movement. Samar got an improvement. Nobody else did. And then in the fielding phase, Meadows, Rose, Shawnuel, and Shawnuel got improvements. Nobody else did. And in terms of the preseason trades, I sent Voit to Nashville for for like 2 or 3 later round picks. So this team is intriguing, I guess is the way to put it. We have some new blood on this team. Like, most of the lineup's still pretty much the same. Green, Keith, Shawnuel's in his 3rd year here, Roberts, or Bennett's been here a while, Mark Meadows has been here a while, Tanaka, in what will be his last season because he's signed to like a fucking $100 million next year, and I have no fucking desire to keep that shit around. Like, it's a pretty expensive buyout from what I remember, but it will be bought out. But yeah, the newbies of Rose and Williamson should be quite intriguing to see how they actually perform this season. Her rotation should be the exact same as it's been for a while, with the exception of the fact that Hughes is going to be in for the first few weeks of the season, as both Cope and Iwata got hurt during spring training. Cope, complete elbow reconstruction surgery, so that sucks for the young righty. For the young lefty, who was a former 4th round pick of us. But yeah. I'm optimistic coming into this season. Let's say that. Why wouldn't I be? We won the World Series 4 years in a row. But yeah, honestly, a fairly uneventful offseason. But when you're this good, I guess there's not really much of a surprise. I've been trying to extend Keith, but I accidentally... oh, wait, he doesn't care about that offer anymore. Real quick, I'm going to go through a contract offer and see if I can get him to fucking work with me. I'll see you in a second. Cutting back in, I know it says I have negative $58 million. So technically, I am going to have the money next year because I'm not accepting that option no matter what. So, and the owner would know that I'm not accepting that option, but because I do have the, but he's counting the option for me, I'm going to technically bend the rules slightly to fucking send him the contract offer. I hope you can forgive me. But I will not. I'm technically not going over my budget. Plus, the budget's at 290 million at this point. So, um, yeah, I apologize that I'm going to do this, but if I can send the offer now, why wait? He's coming off of what was honestly kind of a down season, so maybe I can get something a bit cheaper. I'll talk to you guys in a sec. Okay, so I did manage to get Colt Keith to fucking after a shitload of fucking negotiation. We managed to work out about 7 years, at about 20 something per season. He's making less than Masayuki Tanaka, so given that I want him to fucking stay around and play his entire career in Detroit, it's worth it. But man, I am pissed off at him for how fucking much, for how how much hardball he was willing to play with me. But we managed to work it out, and the 2020 2030 MVP appears to be here for the long term. But yeah, with that, let's head into opening day. Okay, for some reason, Matt Scott's starting opening day. I didn't set him to be the ace. Who the fuck knows, honestly. Scott deals. The first pitch is hit into center. Meadows easily gets it. And the 2032 season's underway. Okay, Scott's in trouble here in the second. And he gives up a fucking single. God. Former Tiger Austin Wells grounds out to second in the inning. Okay. Down by one. Okay, leadoff double by Roberts. Williamson pokes it to first, and that's one out. Bennett, full count. Line drive, base hit, tie game. First run of the season driven in by Connor Bennett. Can Meadows or Tanaka do anything to add on to this rally? And Meadows strikes out. Tanaka also strikes out. That's nice. Scott 3-1. Lined right to Colt Keith. Right to the man who's about to get paid. Wyatt Langford strikes out. What about McClelly? And he's going to get a base hit. That's nice. Fantastic, Matt. You know, ever since his fucking Cy Young season, he's just become more and more of a disappointment. You'd have double for Green. Can Keith do something? Keith grounds out to second base. Nice. About the new fucking slugger. He's gonna pop out to the catcher. That's a great way to ingratiate yourself to the home fans. Shonowell is gonna fly out, and well, that sucks. Langford flies out to Meadows, then the inning. Okay. I haven't been able to get shit going with the bats. Okay, Rose and I'm not sure who's on second. Shonowell laces that into the gap. That's gonna get down. One run will score. Rose should cruise home from first. Yeah, Keith scores. Rose didn't. For some reason, Rose didn't try and score. That's confusing. What about Tommy Roberts? Tommy's gonna hit a fucking ground out to short. That's nice. Williamson, 3-1. Walks. Bases juiced. Connor Bennett time. Bennett's gonna smack that one down the line. 2 should easily come in. What about the third runner? Nope. Shonwell holds. No, that's not Shonwell. Williamson holds. They're on second and third with a 1 out for Meadows. Meadows walks. Tanaka, bases loaded. Oh, 1-2. That's not good. Tanaka goes down looking. Riley Green? Come on, Captain. It's Captain America. Oh, god damn it. I thought that was a grand slam. We lead 4-2. And I look to the pen. We're going to go straight to Barnett. See what happens. Clean inning for Barnett. See if Shulver's turned a corner. Bennett, Williamson, and Roberts on. Bennett smacks one into center. It should tag up and score at least 1 here. Roberts scores. It's 5-2. That going to be all. Meadows goes down on strikes. What about Tanaka? Come on, buddy. Base it. Rounding third, it is 6-2. Tigers looking to comfortably wrap up an opening day W. Oh, and a triple by Green. Couldn't have done that with the bases loaded earlier. Okay. And Keith grounds out to end the inning. Huh. Well, Shulver, I'm gonna let you try and finish this one. Jesus Christ. For fuck's sake, Shulver. Rodriguez strikes him out. 1-2 to Rivas. Hit popped up. Playable. Shulver pitches 2 clean innings, and the Detroit Tigers have taken game 1, 7-2. Damn. After most of the games we played last year, that was just downright fucking calming and refreshing. I'm so used to our games being fucking nightmare feel. 7-2. Yeah, it looks like most of the lineup had a fairly strong opening day. Roberts went 2 for 3. Rose got a hit in his first game for us. 4 walks, 11 hits, 7 RBIs. No home runs, but that usually doesn't happen on this team because fucking Comerica Park is a nightmare to fucking hit in. But with that, we will, I'll see you guys next time at the draft for the 2032 season. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you next time.